Hey, Claire, do you love ghost hunts?
You bet I do.
Have you ever seen the show called Devil's Advocate on YouTube that we make?
It's my favourite.
I love it. Well, we're doing a live one at Maitland Jail in Newcastle coming up on, what date is it? The 29th of November. It's a Tuesday night, but it's going to be an absolute classic. We're going to do Ouija boards, we're going to do scary stories, and we're going to do the VIP people, which is almost actually sold out, so you should get that right now. Yes. We're going to do a ghost hunt with us. It's going to be fantastic. So head to isaacbutterfield.com right now. Get your tickets before they sell out. Claire, any last words?
Be there or be square.
Well said, darling.
Thank you. I'm really looking forward to it, though.
I am really looking forward to
it
too. So if you just joined us on the Mum and Dad show, that was a live read for a ghost hunt we're doing, because we do a ghost show on my YouTube channel. It was very exciting. Devil's Advocate. We've gone to a lot of spooky places. Hopefully, we're going to do a few more coming up in the near future.
With the beautiful Anne and Renata, the ghost grannies.
This episode is also brought to you by Chicken Salt, Claire's favourite chicken salt.
I haven't had it in 2 weeks.
Really?
Go me, health kick.
How many servings do you reckon are in this jar?
All of them.
How many? Come on, give me a number.
Thousands.
170.
Oh, I just burped into the microphone.
I know. I thought I heard a burp.
How many?
170. So
What?
170 servings. Very shades.
I only like a little sprinkle.
All right, everyone, listen up. We've had a day. We've had the day, not from hell, but we've had a day.
I enjoyed it.
I know you enjoyed it, mate. We were driving home, so busy day today because we've got 2 podcasts to film. I had 2 videos I needed to film, and we had to go to the gym. So I've been running around. Dickie, on the way home, so I get home with enough time before producer Gabe gets here to do the podcast so I can film my videos. Out of the corner of her beautiful eyes, on the side of the road, almost bouncing through traffic, you spot a bunny.
I thought it was a puppy, but yes, a bunny.
A bunny.
A bunny.
A tiny little brown bunny? Brownish
orange.
Bunny. A cat and possibly another bunny.
Definitely
you saw it.
another bunny.
You said you saw it. I am yet to see it.
2 bunnies, 1 cat.
So what happens? What happens in most people's lives in this situation? Like, oh, there's a rabbit under that car. Not Dixon. She
most people,
bails out of the car at 100
pull
miles.
over.
100 miles an hour. And this isn't news to me.
People would pull
This
over.
isn't news to me. You do this all the time.
If you have a
You're
heart,
a lunatic.
If you have a heart, you pull over to check that little baby's all right. If you don't, you're a piece of shit.
Gabe, what would you do? Would you pull over?
Sorry, Gabe.
No way.
Oh, I love you, Gabe, but Jesus.
See? Now, but you are a beautiful human.
Only the animals. People suck.
Fair. And a lot of people in the comment section of this video, I'm sure you are the same. A lot of lovely people watch this show. But here's the thing. Normally, I'd go, it's too late. Like when we're coming back from Wollongong the other night, you saw deer on the side of the road and you wanted us to pull over and shoo the deer away.
There were 2 and they were right near the road.
But I know
the boys kept fucking driving.
And I know what you're like and I know what your luck's like. If we got out of the car to shoo the deer away, one would bail in front of a truck and
I'd
get
follow.
splattered and you'd go, oh my God.
I have to die now.
It'd be the worst day of your life. So anyway, we see the bunny.
Yes.
Claire goes,
we pull over.
Claire goes, let me out. And it's one of those situations where I couldn't say no because
we're married now.
We're married now.
You got to let me do it.
And it was a safe sort of place. Like it wasn't the side of a highway.
No.
It was just a regular street, but still dangerous for the bunny. So I pull over. I park. I go and do a lap and I park the Raptor. And I get out and Claire is underneath a car at this point, not a car that's driven past, but just a parked car, trying to find the bunny. Now, we'd lost the cat at this point. That had gone somewhere, and the other bunny was missing.
Long gone, could not get the other one.
So you think
I gave up on that
You think
one.
it's escaped from someone's hutch?
Yes.
Or
I
fridge?
envision a girl with pigtails who owns these 2 rabbits.
Well, and that's something we've got to remember in this situation too. A young girl's or boy,
But fuck her, it should have been mine.
It should have been. Well,
she let it go.
Oh, we'll get to that. We'll get to that fucking argument.
Air your grievances.
Oh, we'll have to air the grievances.
This is
on
your
that one.
grievance
This is a grievance
episode.
So we are then both on our hands and knees, pregnant Claire on our hands and knees.
Good for the baby.
With our soon-to-be they/them child.
Ooh, yes.
We don't know what it's going to be. We have no idea. We know, and a lot of people also know. I've told people on stage.
So have I.
Yeah. The whole family knows too. Anyway, So we're laying on the ground trying to get this bunny. It's in the middle of the car. It's on
Super
the other
cute,
side
by
of the
the way,
car.
guys.
Gorgeous.
Flop-eared, lop-eared.
Gorgeous.
Beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Beautiful. I think it was a boy. I called him Arthur.
You did call him Arthur, which as soon
Yes.
as you called him Arthur, I was like, oh no, this thing's coming home with us. Oh, fucking hell.
But Big Dick put a stop to that, didn't you?
Well, hang on. Then a man came out.
He was lovely.
An African man.
He was so
He comes out and he's
cute.
like, what are you doing?
Oh.
Why are you under my car? He goes, I said, there's a bunny rabbit. He goes, I've seen it. I've seen it there the last couple of days. He said, let's get it.
He was so nice.
And then another guy down the road, he came out. He goes, oh, I saw you guys underneath like everyone's car. I was like, what is happening here? So I came out and then I saw a rabbit run. I was like, the rabbit. So the African guy gives us a carrot.
Fuck yeah.
And I don't know if that's an unfair stereotype about bunnies, but it loved the carrot.
He loved it.
He was chewing it and skewing it. And we chased this fucking thing for 35 minutes.
Probably more.
30, yeah, it might have been 45.
I think it was more 40.
It was a while. And then
Felt like we played Oztag.
it did. Well, Claire learnt what Oztag was yesterday. She thought it was rounders. She came and watched me play. It was very nice. I asked Claire the score at the end. She goes, I don't know. I was just watching you run
I was.
like a gazelle.
I don't know where you scored.
Yeah, sport's not your forte, but that's fine. That's fine. It
I'd
is what
still
it is.
smash you.
Anyway, so we get it done. We see the
You
rabbit.
get it done.
We see the rabbit. I was
Yes.
trying to persuade it out. So it
Yes.
finally comes
Isaac
from
had
out.
his cock out.
I was like, come and have a bite of this little carrot.
Mm.
It's underneath the tree, and I sneak up behind it, and Claire's, giving me directions. She's going,
Left.
go from the right.
12 o'clock.
Go from
1
behind.
o'clock.
Bend down, and like a young Steve Irwin,
He'd be proud.
he would be proud. He would be up in heaven right now going, that's it, Butts.
Yeah.
And I grabbed this little rabbit, and it tried to run away. I was scared it was going to nibble me, but it didn't.
They wouldn't bite you.
I thought it was gonna.
If it was wild, it probably would.
Maybe. Well, I won't be catching wild rabbits.
Or if it was a rat, it would have. I wouldn't chase the rat.
No, we would not be chasing rats.
I would if you weren't there.
I know you would. You're a lunatic. This is what worries me with you, okay, and with our future child. Is as soon as you see an animal, you go, right, I have to throw all caution to the wind, and it doesn't matter if I live or die. We must protect that animal.
If I'd been bright enough, I would have loved to have been a vet.
You'd be a great vet, but then you'd have breakdowns every time you'd have to put an animal down.
I wouldn't do it.
I know you wouldn't.
I'd take him home.
Anyway, so we catch the rabbit. It's running around, and then I'm pretty happy at this point because I'm like, fuck yeah, I just caught this rabbit.
Yeah, I was so proud of you. Normally, if it's something like that, you'd be like, nope, don't worry about it. We got to get home. I've got to film. Don't worry about it.
Well,
Keep
we had
driving.
we had
can't
things
do
to
it.
do. We had things to do.
Someone will find it. It's all right. Keep going. Shut up. Just keep going.
It's the Butterfield in me.
It is. Don't help anyone else. And I'm like, no, pull over and go help the fucking rabbit.
The Dixon and
And you did.
you and your dad is like, right, give up on everything else that ever
help
matters. We
someone in
must
need.
save the bunny.
Yes.
So, and then the inevitable comes from Claire. She looks at me with her little eyes and goes, so are we going to keep him? I can report that we don't have a bunny.
You fucking bastard.
We can't have a bunny.
We were right near a pet shop.
And then you go, oh, let's go and buy a hutch and a cage.
Yeah,
and,
$60.
Mate.
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 And when we go away, our beautiful neighbours and friends would feed him or her, whatever it was. I think it was a boy.
I don't
Lardy.
know what it was. Well,
I had it all planned.
we're about to
guys.
have a baby. We're
Yes.
still on the road doing shows.
Yes.
We've got ghost hunts to go to. We've got
Yes.
bloody live podcasts coming up.
Yes.
Cancel me now on the
This
weekend.
rabbit chose us. And we let it down.
He didn't. He thought we were hunting him, trying to eat him.
We weren't.
We were. Well,
Well,
we weren't.
no.
But we were hunting him to try to catch him.
Yes.
So then we take it to the vet.
I wasn't happy with
Much-
this bit either.
Much with Claire's dismay.
I was pretty filthy.
I knew that you were angry at me, but it had to be done. It had
If
to
it
be
was
done.
a dog, I would have cried and gone, no.
Yeah, but a dog you can put in the backyard.
You wouldn't have done that
What
either.
about that other dog? The other day, you're like, oh, quick, there's 2 dogs we need to say. I was like, oh, fuck. Oh, so I don't know if I talked about this on the podcast. I just finished mowing the lawn. I'd been to the gym. I hadn't eaten all day. And Claire goes, there's 2 dogs in the middle of somewhere. We need to go and get. I'm like, oh, my God. Can I have a sip of water? You crazy cat lady.
We
Anyway.
need to win the lottery and I need to get a refuge and hire some people to run it. And I can find where they are and be like, yo, Sabrina, Dylan.
Dylan. No, we don't
Dylan,
hire
what a
people
shit
called Dylan.
name. What's a good guy name? Philip. Philip, I need you to get down to this shithole and rescue this staffy. And they go. And then when we have free time, we go down there and feed them and buy them things and look after them.
I understand what you're saying, but what you don't get is we're busy people.
I know.
We've got things on. We can't be having. I would love to get a rabbit or a guinea pig for our they-them child at some point in the future. But right now, it'll happen. It'll happen. We've got 2 dogs.
I'd rather get him a donkey.
Gabe's bullshit to deal with.
Yeah. We're still trying to pay off his fucking pay.
I know. What was it, $1,800 a week? Fucking grub. Now, we did have a bit of a run-in with the vet, though.
Yeah.
The vet was weird about it, too. They
I
were like,
didn't like this. I said that to Mum on the phone. I was a bit dirty.
So she goes, oh, what happens is we keep the animal for a week and then we give it to the RSPCA and they try to rehome it.
And then what?
And then what?
Big tits.
And then what? And then it becomes dinner.
Exactly.
At
this point, my heart shatters and I look at Isaac one more time and he goes...
Well, they had taken the bunny. They had taken the bunny.
He just goes around his neck with his finger like gesturing a knife.
Oh, no, I did not.
No, he didn't.
They had already taken the bunny backstage at this point.
To get killed.
To probably go straight into the oven.
They're probably feeding it to a big wombat behind the shed.
Not a wombat.
Yeah.
A bit of chicken salt, anyway.
Bit of chicken salt.
And then they go, oh, this is going to happen and this is going to happen. And Claire goes, oh, well, can we just take it after a week if no one's found? She goes, no, there are procedures that we need to go through.
Whore.
So Claire was filthy straight away.
Who says that? I was like, bitch, we're the one who just fucking found this.
It's also a rabbit.
It's a rabbit. And she's like, oh no, there's procedures we got to do, the RSPCA. Fuck the RSPCA.
Yeah, not a fan.
Not a fan, and if you're a true believer in our bullshit, you already know the story, but if not...
We have had a bad experience with the RSPCA.
We've had 2 or 3 bad experiences with trying to save animals, and the RSPCA has basically gone, I can't do it, no, and just fucking
That is an
ignored us.
awful impression of Gabe, by the way.
Oh, not Gabe. But yeah, no, I'm not a big fan of them, although I do, yeah, you should support them to rescue dogs, but not to, what would you call it? Calling about animal neglect. That's what we did.
Yeah, that's what we were trying to do. We're trying to get this dog that was in the back of a car.
No water.
No
40
water.
degree day.
Like 2 40-degree days in a row. And so we called the RSPCA, we called the ranger, we called the fucking police. And in the end, Claire took to Facebook and then someone threatened to kill her.
Good times.
You poor thing. Anyway, that's been our day. But
should we call that segment all of that air our grievances?
That's airing our grievances today.
Done.
That's airing
Thanks
our
for listening.
grievances. Thank you very much. But there has been in other animal news, a dog attack. Did you say that this morning?
What a crock of shit.
We don't have the video to show you, but basically there's this big beat up in the media today about it, and heaps of people on Facebook are lolling at it because it was the most ridiculous story. It was on the Channel 7 News last night. This lady who was wearing a hijab, sorry. That was an undeliberate, a non-deliberate. That was not deliberate.
This lady running in her bedsheet.
In a hijab, religious garb.
I'm kidding.
Oh, yeah.
In her garment.
In her garment.
Yes.
She was running along with a daughter, or just walking with a daughter, and then this dog comes.
Beautiful dog, by the way. It looked like a pointer.
And so the claim is that it attacked her, and the young girl's screaming, I'm going to die, I'm going to die. And then these other 2 men of Middle Eastern appearances run out, and then they're on the news going, I thought I was going to die. But you watch the video, and it's just this like staffy or
it's a pointer.
What's a pointer? Great white pointer? And it's just, it's like running up to them wanting to play. And that's all that's going on. But that is all that's going on.
English pointer to me, it looked like. Something like that. Yeah.
Like a scary dog if
Beautiful
it was angry.
big dog.
But it just wants to be the friend. Like, and then on the news, the girl had scratches on its leg and couldn't sleep. It's like, yeah, it was jumping up trying to play with you. Sometimes these things happen. Littlefoot scratches me in the middle of the night.
He doesn't need to.
He does. Littlefoot, our beautiful whippet. Cross greyhound, galgo, Spanish greyhound. He just, in the middle of the night, sends out his prodders because he sleeps in between us because that's just how we do it.
Rabbit would have fit nicely.
Claire's got to, keep her hands off me somehow.
Hey,
hang on, baby.
Oh, yuck. Poor Gabe.
Poor Gabe. And so, Littlefoot in the middle of the night will just be sleeping, and then all of a sudden you cop a Woosa.
Yeah.
A big ooze.
He doesn't mean
A
to,
big
though.
prod. Sometimes you cop it in the face, in the boob, in the ass, in the balls. That's just Claire.
Oy.
And so I understand that you get scratch marks from dogs sometimes because they got nails. But this dog was just loving and caring. Is it just because some people from different cultures don't have dogs?
I think that's 100% what it was. They were like, oh, what's going on? They've probably never owned a dog. See this big spotty dog coming up to them. The little girl's probably never even seen or petted a dog.
Well, I know that some people that we know, that if they don't have dogs, their kids are often very strange around dogs.
I hate that. And their kids are fucking weird.
Shout out.
Sorry, but they are.
Yeah, I think if you grow
Wait,
out...
who are you talking about?
Nothing.
Who are we talking
I'll tell you
about?
later.
Okay.
It's... I mean, all I'm saying is it's one of those things where, you know, if you don't grow up with a dog, I think you're really missing out.
Yeah, it makes you fucking weird. If you don't have pets growing up, you turn into a weird adult and no one will ever love you.
I tell you what else turns you into a weird adult.
What?
If your mum breastfeeds you too long.
Oh, we were talking about this recently.
With-
This is going to divide people.
Divide the nation.
This will divide the nation.
I think, here, I'm going to lay out my fucking views on this. I think women breastfeed too openly.
Yes.
There's
It's become a thing
There's
now.
nothing wrong with breastfeeding your child in public.
No,
Just
absolutely not.
fucking, can I not see your tit, love?
There's a way to do
It's
it.
not sexual. It is. Dudes
It is.
jerk off on them all the time. Shut up.
Oh.
All the time.
All the time. I'm doing it now.
And don't feed your child when they get in there and they go, Mummy's titties. And they start
It's
talking.
bestie, isn't
They
it?
start measuring it out and like meal prepping with it.
Unbuttoning the shirt.
Unbuttoning the shirt. That is enough. All right.
No.
Put them on solids for fuck's sake.
Get
Give
him
'em
on Milo.
Get them a
quick.
Milo. Get them a what's that shit? What do they put in hospitals and feed it to old people for some fucking reason? Sustagen.
Sustagen.
That'll save Nana. Like if your child is unbuttoning your shirt, is
It's
demanding
off.
milk,
It's
is grabbing
off.
onto your nipples, going woo, having a good old
Yep.
time.
Yep.
That is enough.
Putrid.
What's the age?
I'm going to divide the room here.
Please divide the room. Do you
Well,
think
not our
Gabe's going to
room.
disagree with us?
Probably not. But I'm going to divide the world here.
Divide me, please.
I personally, in my opinion,
Stop slapping the table,
not as
you
a
lunatic.
medical person, but just as a mentally ill person,
Fair call. Like a lot of doctors.
I
Yes.
think if you do it, how do I word this?
Just word it. Just throw it out there. Do what I do. Just
I cringe when I see toddlers being breastfed, and I personally wouldn't want to feed a kid over a year old. That's my opinion. My
Ooh.
opinion.
A year?
Some people would want to, and I think that's fine. But I think if you do it when they're over 2, you've got
Yeah.
issues.
Yeah, I know they say it's natural and stuff, but
Over
a lot of
two,
things
it's
are
not,
natural,
Dal.
you know?
It's off. After 2, just no. But my personal opinion, I probably wouldn't want to do it for more than a year. But that's just me. You do you.
I reckon when they got teeth, feed them fucking solids. That's the
Yes.
whole point, right?
It just freaks me out when you see a kid with teeth and you're breastfeeding it and the kid could eat a sandwich and you're just like,
I
come
think
on.
I think for a lot of women it becomes their identity.
Yeah.
And
It's
something
like, this
they,
is my purpose. I
Yeah.
breastfeed. What
I-
do you do, bitch?
what are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing
What do
to-
you do, man?
Men? You men?
Bringing home your shitty paycheck and your shitty attitude.
I get it though. I get it. And I understand why people want to breastfeed because it is great for the
Oh,
bub.
it's great for the baby and all that
early
stuff.
on, stem cells, high protein, high calorie sort of diet to really help the baby grow. Very, very important. But if you can give them a nutritious
Fed is
diet,
best, though.
fed, yeah, 100%. Fed
Yes,
is best.
Formula, boob, KFC, whatever you want to do, feed your kid, and you're a great person in my view. I just think if you do it past a certain point, it is a bit creepy.
And I think a lot of ladies, because we've been so involved with this pregnancy thing, you know, we're looking at a lot of different like Instagrams and stuff, and everyone's really pro breastfeeding. And I think it is, if you can breastfeed, that is the best option, no doubt. But I don't think women should be shamed and attacked by, and this is the thing, by other women, because women hate women.
They
Don't
do,
forget that.
100%.
Women
It's
hate
not men
women.
doing it, ladies.
It is hilarious. They'll blame men, but women hate women.
Yep.
They seem to be shaming chicks who are formula feeding, and I don't get that.
And having C-sections, not having it through the vadoopidoo.
Yeah, like
I'm having a C-section. I've already had people be like, really?
yeah.
Oh, I did standing on my head straight out of my vagina. And I didn't even have Panadol. And I'm like, really? I don't give a fuck.
I did it at home. I hypnobirthed.
Oh, hypnobirthing's another thing.
It was the
fuck
most
off.
beautiful moment as they
None of it's beautiful. These fucking women on Instagram. Oh, everything's beautiful with pregnancy and children. It's not.
I was still cleaning up amniotic fluid 6 months later in my grout. Fuck
Give your
off.
husband a hand job and go to sleep.
Yes. Mate.
It's just off,
Honestly,
isn't it?
I don't understand why because like
is it an ego thing? Like, I had it out of my vagina with no Panadol, nothing, and you're getting it cut out of you, you fucking bitch.
it's because they don't have a purpose in life or they don't have a reason to exist. Because they don't have a reason to
No other
exist.
hobbies?
Hobbies. That is their hobby.
Motherhood.
Well, not even motherhood. Motherhood could be a hobby. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
But some people have it as like it's a status symbol.
Yeah.
It's like, this is who I am, this is what I do, and I am better than you.
Yeah.
I'm a
I'd
better
say
mother
being
than
like
you.
a mama, like being balls deep into motherhood.
Hey.
I think that's a nice hobby to have. I just think it's yucky when you see other women putting other ones down for how they're birthing a fucking child.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit? As long as the kid comes out okay.
As long as it comes out, as long as it's safe, as long as
you
it's
don't
loved.
know anyone's medical history.
Yeah.
I might not even have a vagina.
She doesn't. She doesn't. I took it. It's on the wall.
Oh,
Just off camera. It's gross.
yuck.
Really,
It is a
really,
bit off.
Really, just heaps of lips.
Next topic.
No, but I think you're right. I think let's not worry about
All that crap.
all that crap. Just get the baby out safe and fed.
Yes, everyone parents different. Everyone does all that stuff different, and
Keep it
that's
safe
beautiful.
and keep it loved. Put it in a. I think what the benefits from, breast milk in comparison to a healthy mum.
Mm.
I think the healthy mother outweighs the breast milk.
I'm still not sold on breastfeeding personally, but I'm willing to try it. And if it doesn't work, and it doesn't work for Bub and I, and it's just too hard and I don't like it,
Yeah.
I'd rather be somewhat happier as a new mum and not breastfeed than be miserable trying to.
I agree, and I think, and we've looked at the science of it, and it's like, okay, breast milk has all of these amazing properties that it should be the first port of call. But if it doesn't work, there's no point having a mother
Breakdown.
with postnatal depression,
Yep.
And then
Bleeding, awful nipples, the poor thing.
who the fuck said that the other day? Bit half the nipple off.
Yeah.
Like that's
We
and that's
women go through a lot.
oh man,
Very yucky.
I have earned so
Luckily,
much
we do
more
get
respect.
paid the same though.
I've earned so much more respect from women or for women since you've been pregnant. Like I almost have like
Wow.
1% of respect for you now because
And
it's
that's
like
a fucking lot.
that is a lot.
that's a lot.
But yeah, it's full on, and we were sort of shaming women for breastfeeding a little bit too long, but I think you deserve it.
I'm not shaming you. I am judging you.
Yeah, I think it's
I think you have the right to do it, and it's your choice, and that's beautiful. But I personally think it's a bit gross.
and it's your responsibility, but it's also your child that you're fucking up.
It's just creepy.
Because that kid is going to be a Jeffrey Dahmer.
They're gonna be weird.
I actually read this study recently that every serial killer was breastfed up to 3 years old.
I believe that.
Well, you should because it's real.
Yes. Oh, and the thing on the mums group that I saw today.
Gabe was breastfed up to 3.5. Yeah, so you did send me some stuff. Have you got those on your phone?
Yeah,
there?
I got into some beef on Facebook. 'cause
Oh,
it's
have you
what I
been
like
into
to
beef?
do.
Have you been beefing?
I've been beefing hard. Well, no. Oh, I might have gotten some replies.
Oh, no.
Oh no, that was something about the rabbit.
Oh, what happened with the rabbit?
Someone tagged a woman called Kim.
Gimme.
Is it yours? Right. So this woman, I'm on this mother's page for our local town,
Okay.
and it's hilarious. So this woman put up a post, and it starts off quite nice, and you're like, oh yeah, that's nice. She says, I moved here from Sydney 4 years ago. All my mum friends are still there, blah, 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 blah. I'm looking to make some mum friends. And I thought,
That's
oh,
nice.
beautiful.
Well, you need friends.
Yes, you
especially
need a
because I
little
imagine
circle.
when you first start out as a mother in a new place, like it must be
Putrid.
hard to make friends.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. And she won me over straight away. She said, must love dogs. And I thought,
Boom.
all right.
Do you like rabbits?
But then she said, must also hate the patriarchy.
Oh,
And I went, ooh, she sounds fun.
she hates men. Loves dogs, hates men.
Then it says, must accept chances I won't respond. I'm trying to stay sober, keep my kid alive, run a house, be the driver, cook and washer and cleaner, and peacekeeper. Mum life. So I commented just to stir the pot slightly because I've officially become a Butterfield.
Good girl.
Must hate the patriarchy. ... Fucking hell, what a ball of fun that would be. It got 1 like.
Good.
And then all these blue hair, pink hairs, they, them fucking women are in here going, oh, I hate it. Where are you located? I'm a blue-haired angry feminist who wants to burn the patriarchy. I'm also a single mum. No kidding. They're all single mums. And they're all on here saying how much they hate the patriarchy. Half of them don't have fucking jobs.
Jesus.
And they're going on about all this shit. And then this woman goes, you had me at hating the patriarchy. And she goes, excellent, my type of girl. Let's be friends.
And that's another one of these things that becomes
Ew.
people's personality, is to blame everything on men.
Oh.
You hate women. You hate men. And
What's the thing we say in the car all the time about on Seinfeld? Elaine saying,
oh, yeah.
Elaine says women don't like her, and I related to it a lot. He goes, well, you're a man's woman. Women hate you, and you hate them.
And what's the quote? Who likes women?
From Everybody Loves Raymond.
Who likes women?
Frank. Deborah says to Raymond, she's like, you hate women. And then Frank just goes, who likes women? Abby Chatfield, eat a dick.
Eat a dick, Abby. But yeah, so
does.
it's a real shame that's how someone thinks.
Yeah, imagine thinking about it. There's so many beautiful men in the world. Got 2 in the room here. Got Littlefoot upstairs. There's Bluey. There's a few more. Some of them are pieces of shit, no
There's like
doubt.
10.
I hate a lot of men, believe it or not.
Yeah, but you hate them. You don't hate men.
I don't hate them because they have a penis.
No, you hate them because of who they are.
Yes.
And that's what's so ridiculous about this is like, oh, we must dismantle the patriarchy. But what you're saying when you say that isn't what you think. You think you're saying, okay, let's help women out and stop this men running You're not saying that. You're saying, because this is how it's sort of moved recently over the past 2 decades. It's moved into any man that exists and is a straight white male.
Or is more successful than you.
Or whatever. Making more money, whatever. They are the patriarchy.
They're the problem.
Even if they're not doing anything, they represent it. And that is who you're saying that you want to dismantle.
It's fucking sad. It makes me sad.
It should make you sad.
It's not right. And I worry about kids growing up in school now being taught all this stuff and all these little girls thinking that they have to fight so hard for equality when most decent men, and there are a lot out there, most decent men are already doing those things. They're not all these hideous fucking that we all think they are portrayed on the media, or like Abby Chatfield thinks they are.
Yeah.
They're not. And if you're friends with blokes like that, fucking don't be and tell them to pull their heads in. Most blokes aren't like that. Granted, the ones that are, get fucked.
There's a lot that are, but there's also a lot of every ethnicity, gender, whatever, religion, that are fuckwits.
Yes.
And and I always say this, it's like the same dude that is sort of someone you would always think is a part of the patriarchy. He's the same person that would say something racist or say something sexist or hate someone because of the way they look. It's the same person who'd get at home in the afternoon and kick their dog.
Yep, 100%.
That is the same person.
Cheat on the missus. Yep.
It's the same person. They're the people you hate.
Just bad people.
There's bad people in every
Just
group.
because you have a doodle doesn't mean you're bad.
Yeah. Or if you don't have a doodle or a vagina.
The fuck does that mean?
You're perfect. You should be president.
Oh, Christ.
Right.
Biden's looking fucking weird.
Biden?
Yeah, he came up on my food today.
When was he looking good?
He's such a fucking... I don't think he's even alive.
I don't think he's real. It's like Weekend at Bernie's.
It's like a weird... Yeah,
do you know Weekend at Bernie's?
The movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have you seen it?
No.
I've never seen it either. But
I know the references.
You know the premise?
Yeah.
The idea that someone had died and they're keeping him alive.
He's off, isn't he? The fact that he has... This is completely random, but the fact that he has to mention Donald Trump in any speech he gives about him with the voting just makes me so fucking happy.
Trump or the Republicans.
Like, dude, get some opinions and an argument of your own.
He doesn't have anything like
fucking
that.
Tortoise.
What do you think about Elon Musk and Twitter?
Love it.
So do I.
Good on him.
You know,
fire the dog.
Because he's trying to get everyone like blue ticks to verify who they are as a real human being. Yep. So that people don't listen to fucking trolls.
Good.
Well, not trolls, like troll accounts.
Yes.
And I think it's great. He also said, listen, you can't just say, hey, I'm Elon Musk. You know, you can't just do that because that defeats the purpose. And if you do that, like he made a real hard line in the sand. He said, "Don't do that, or I'll ban you."
Good.
Kathy Griffin, right? Do you know
Who's
who Kathy
Kathy?
Griffin is? She's I'll show you a
Oh,
photo.
redheaded lady.
Yes, Kathy Griffin.
Right, here we go.
She made her name Elon Musk
To prove
And
a point.
so did H3H3. They
Yeah.
did that as well, and he's a fucking wanker. So fuck him.
Mm.
So I'll read the tweet because it is fucking funny.
I love how angry people get over this shit, and they're all bullies themselves, and they're freaking out about what's happening on Twitter and all the bigots.
Oh,
and I'm
it's
like,
ridiculous.
You're all bullies yourselves.
Yeah,
Shut the
everyone's
fuck up.
bullying everyone. That's the whole thing. It's just high school. That's what the internet is. It's
That's
high
what
school.
Twitter is, though.
100%. So someone goes, breaking news, Kathy Griffin has been permanently suspended from Twitter for impersonating Elon Musk. She made her name Elon Musk on Twitter and had a tick next to it so it looked like what she was posting was for Elon Musk. And it's not the sort of same thing of like people getting cancelled. They're getting cancelled and they're getting removed from Twitter for something that Elon said, listen, don't do this because we're trying to do this.
It's his platform now, so he can make the rules, whether you like it or not. And he said not to do it, and she did it.
She did, yeah, exactly.
Right, okay.
And he can do that. He bought it for $44 billion.
Yeah, do
ban
what
who
you want, mate. Yep, fair enough.
Anyway, I don't think that these people should be banned for things that is like freedom of speech and that type of stuff.
That's the whole thing that we're talking about. Even if they disagree with him, they should still be allowed on the fucking platform.
But what he's trying to do is make people accountable for the dumb shit that they say on Twitter. And I think that's good. Anyway.
And Trump got his back?
No.
Not yet?
Not yet.
Oh, I'm very interested to see if that
Trump,
happens.
there was an account Dankula changed his name to Donald Trump and started tweeting pretending to be him. And Count
Were they
Dankula's
funny?
friend. Yeah, he's a friend of ours. Good dude. And he got his account frozen until he changed the profile picture and name from Donald Trump because he's still banned. Anyway, hopefully Trump gets back. I think it's good to have the former president on Twitter.
Amen.
Anyway, so Kathy Griffin has been permanently suspended from Twitter for impersonating Elon Musk. There's a photo of Kathy Griffin's account suspended, and Elon Musk underneath wrote, actually, she was suspended for impersonating a comedian. I love Elon Musk. I think he's fucking hilarious. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us today on the Mum and Dad Show. Come and see us at the Maitland Jail Show on the 29th of November if you're in the Maitland area or the Newcastle area, Central Coast,
or Sydney. Yeah.
It's going to be great. We're going to do some VIP tickets as well where you can actually come on a ghost hunt with us at that night, which will be fucking sick. Dickie, anything?
Hopefully see you at the Ghost Show.
Yes, absolutely.
Follow
us. Follow Claire on Little Dixon Claire.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Blocker.
Just
See you later,
block
ladies
me.
and gentlemen.
Bye.
Toodaloo. You can also listen to this on iTunes and Spotify. Bye.
Woo.